Hello Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Sky and I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Haggis. Today we're going to be looking at all the planners I plan on using in 2021. Some of these are year-long planners, some of these are going to be for 6 months, some of these are going to be for a quarter. It just varies. But this is going to be a kind of overview video of all of the planners I would like to use this upcoming year. I'm not going to be doing like an in-depth view of any of these notebooks just because that would make this video way too long. But I'm going to kind of describe what I'm going to use each of these for because there's 7 here and over the year some will be added, some will be taken away. And I just feel like this is a good chance to take a look at everything I plan on using. I am someone who does not like having a lot of planners or notebooks, but all the information I'm doing in all of these was too much for just one book alone. So I have 7. Yay me. Ugh. This is going to annoy me so much. But 7 is one of my lucky numbers, so maybe I'll continue using at least 7 all throughout the year. We'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this video started and we'll take a look at each of these. So a disclaimer before we really get started, all of my planners and notebooks have names. This is something I've started noticing in the bullet journal world where people name their bullet journals, but this actually started for me. I didn't start seeing those kind of videos until after Amy made a joke about one of the planners I was using and dubbed it Frankenbabe. And now I'm naming all of my planners and notebooks. So, forewarned, they all have names. And we're going to have 7 people to talk to today, basically. So in this case, meet Rose and Hunter. Sorry, I couldn't do anything more original. Rose is rose gold color and Hunter is hunter green. So that's what you get. Rose and Hunter. These are the same kind of planner. These are both the Legend Budget Planner. These are 12-month undated planners in hardcover. They have elastic bands. They have... I gotta be careful how much I show you because I have started using it. They have a pocket in the back with some stickers. But this is for finances. This one is for my personal finances. Hunter is for my personal finances. And Rose is for my Brimstone Books finances. These are for making your finance goals and plans. They track debts. They track savings. They have monthly budgets and expense trackers. I purchased both of these on Amazon. Any and all links for the planners I talk about in this video are going to be down in the description below, but these are undated. They are blank. There's like a monthly calendar with overview so that you can fill in. Like I said, I have started using this and started planning in it, so I'm not going to show you in depth, but keep an eye out for a review video. That's why this one still has the stuff on it, because I haven't even opened this one to start using it because I wanted to do that review video first. So that's going to be coming up very soon. So yeah, this is what I plan to track budgets this year in both my personal life and my business life, basically. Meet Hope. Hope is a Scribbles That Matter A5 journal pro version, so it doesn't have all those pretty doodles on the cover that most of the Scribbles That Matter journals do. I felt like this was going to be a perfect journal for my daily journal, my Bujo bullet journal, and I have mixed feelings. I will not get into that in this video. I will just go over what I'm going to be using this for. So this is going to be my bullet journal. I've been bullet journaling for a couple years now, and again, I have mixed emotions because I don't bullet journal like more normal bullet journals. I use these more as reflections journaling versus planning. So that's a thing. I plan on using this one to track birthdays, anniversaries, events. I have trackers in it for my mood, my period, fitness, chores, moon phases. I'm going to be using it to track my tarot readings. I have a tarot reading for the year. I would like to do a monthly spread. I would like to do daily card draws, just single card draws. I also want to track my goals and horoscopes. I realize that horoscopes a lot of times are not true for people, but I find them amusing because sometimes they do actually come true, so I like to track those. And then this is also going to be my daily journal and adventure tracker. I usually do reports the day after. They're more reflections than planning, like I said. This might last 3 months. It might last 6 months. My goal is to make it last 6 months, but And I do talk about this in my review video that I have coming up about this planner. This planner has thicker paper than what I'm usually used to using for my bullet journal, but it has less pages as a result. So I usually make a bullet journal last all year, but I don't use it daily the way I want to. And I don't put as much stuff as I'm going to be putting in it this year. So my hope is that it'll last 6 months. But I have a feeling if I actually write daily and I track everything that I want to track in this, it will actually last a quarter. So we shall see how long it actually lasts. These are available on Amazon or at the Scribbles That Matter website. I purchased mine on Amazon because I am a Amazon Prime member, which means I got 2-day shipping, and I kind of enjoy that 2-day shipping. I'm not gonna lie. I am a spoiled bitch that way. This next planner is actually one of the ones I'm most excited to use. This is the Hero's Journal. I have dubbed it Vani after one of my D&D characters. Actually, she is right here. This is Vani. She is a halfling barbarian who uses an axe that's bigger than her, and she rides a wolf named Slayer. Now, that being said, I modeled both of these after Sir Didymus and Ambrosius from Labyrinth. Slayer is a total and complete coward, and Vani likes to get into more trouble than she really can handle. So there's that. But yes, this is Vani, named after, Vani. And the reason I'm excited about this journal is because this is a quarterly goals planner that turns your goals into quests. Of course, I turn to the very back first. I've already started filling this out, but basically it's a daily log of what you're doing with your goals, how you can accomplish those goals, and you turn your goal into a quest, and it has all these pages that allow you to basically track your quest, your goal, throughout the quarter. It's a 90-day journal, so it won't even last me the full quarter, but it is undated. And I do like that because it means that even if you don't succeed at your goals and maybe you stop using it a couple days in, you can continue it later in the quarter or even switch it to the next quarter. But I'm really excited to use this journal. My quest is to make Brimstone books as successful as possible with 2 new releases and finally getting paperbacks out, which would be kind of amazing. I'm really excited about that. So that is what I'm going to be working on. This was a gift from Caro. Thank you, Caro. I love it. It is amazing, and I can't wait to fully delve into it. But you can also purchase it from the Hero's Journal website, which I will include down in the links below. So this is a notebook I started using in 2020, actually. This is a TUL Discbound notebook in the junior size. This one's name is Copper because of the copper cover. I did exchange out the 1/2-inch black rings for 1-inch blue rings, and I really enjoy that. And I added tab dividers to this one. It's got graph paper, it's got dot grid paper that I made and edited in here. I've got better dot grid paper that I'll be using in the future, but this was what I had at the time. And I've got line paper. And what I use this for is basically branding notes for my website, my social media. I use it to track YouTube video ideas and take notes about them, write down links to videos, write down ideas that I want to work on for those videos. I kind of somewhat script my videos, and I use script lightly, loosely. The other thing I want to be doing in this is I want to put my notes in it for like classes, workshops, seminars, conventions. That's where I want to include all of my notes for those kind of things. I did purchase this at Office Max. Meet Draculad. Draculad is going to have a sticker over this portion that says Draculad. I haven't done that yet. But this is my 2020 to 2021 TUL Teacher Planner that I purchased at Office Max. Again, I will leave links in the description below for everything that I'm showing on here. I have not made any changes to it yet, but this is the one that's going to be changing a lot in the future after I do my review video for it. It's going to have my homeschooling registration because North Carolina requires anyone under the age of 16 to be in some kind of schooling program for at least 5 hours a day for a certain number of days in the school year. So I'm going to have that registration there so that I have all my rules and regulations that I need to make sure I follow. Plus, I have my registration that says I'm legally able to teach my kids, basically. The other thing that's going to be included in here, and it's the only thing that I've actually already adjusted, is that I've got my answer keys in here for some of the workbooks that my children have been doing. Yeah, so that's in there. I'm going to be tracking their attendance, and if we don't do schooling, why we didn't do schooling, and sometimes, yes, that attendance will be for me, because if I'm sick, obviously, I can't teach them, so that's that. I'm going to be doing lesson plans in here. I'm going to have project info, whether it's going to be for like science fair, experiments, like 4-H, Girl Scouts, anything like that. There's also going to be field trip info in here because I do plan on like taking them to the zoo when we do a unit on biology and animals. I do plan on going to the aquarium when we do marine biology. Like I have field trips planned, like museums, lighthouses. I have lots of ideas that will be going in here and we'll be tracking all of that information. I think it actually even has, yep, it does. It has a field trip log in the back where you can talk about the theme of the trip, the location, the date, the time, and how much it costs. And that's perfect for me. So there is that. I love the TUL Discbound notebook system, but it's really difficult to flip. So yeah, those are all the things I'll be planning in here. And again, keep an eye out for when I make changes to this. I'll do my review video and then change it up and add things to it to make it work for me. Because again, we're doing schooling in 2021 instead of the traditional school year of 2020 to 2021. We're going to do January to December with some breaks in there for our move and our, holidays, because we're going to take week-long vacation for Thanksgiving and Christmas at least, maybe more. So yeah, keep an eye out for that video. That brings us to the last planner for 2021. And this is the one that has the most work done on. This is also a TUL Discbound notebook. This was their planner. I tore it apart this year, 2020, and I made a lot of changes. I added a lot of pages to it, and I used it, and Amy dubbed it Frankenbabe, which I love. By the way, it is an amazing name for it. And I will continue using this in 2021. It will have a sticker over the word planner that says Frankenbabe. I've changed out the discs on it so that these, instead of the 1/2-inch rings that it had on it, it's now got 1-inch rings that are copper. And I love that copper color with the teal. Just gorgeous in my opinion. This is the one we're going to actually do a flip through of because it's got the most stuff in it. And we're not even going to do a full flip through of it. We're just going to kind of do an overview of everything as I, look through it. So again, this is the one I've done the most work on. I have changed it the most. This is the one I use for my Brimstone Books content. It's got a yearly overview with me to be able to see what days are weekends, what days are birthdays and anniversaries, and what days are holidays, because that determines my days off. Like, the 1st is New Year's. I don't work on the New Year's. I don't want to work on holidays. I really don't want to work on birthdays and anniversaries, and I don't want to work on weekends at all. Those are my days off. I originally set this up as I was planning for Millwordy because I am participating in Millwordy this year. So this was very helpful for me to see how I was going to make that work and what days I would actually be writing on and what days I would not be writing on. The next thing I have in here is a bunch of worksheets that allow me to plan my year for 2021 and prepare my business for it and get all my ideas out. A bunch of these worksheets are from Heart Breathings on YouTube, but I also have worksheets and handouts from Pretty Pink Planners on Etsy, Attention Getting on Etsy, Audrey's Planners on Etsy, Michelle Schusterman, who you can find on YouTube, Joe Solari, who I met at a 20 Books Vegas convention and got to talk to a little bit, and he did a bunch of workshops while there, so that was awesome. And then some of these other ones I've gotten from the 20 Books to 50K group on Facebook. So that's what that is. I've got this separated by months in the year. I've only got this one through June. I have another planner I've already started filling out for July through December. This is one of the ones that's going to last 6 months. So It's got information on planning posts for social media, one for every week. It's got blog post planners. It's got guest post planners, Instagram posting plan, YouTube, Twitter, social media tracker, like I have, and then the handouts from various things. I use tab dividers at the top to separate everything. These tab dividers are from TUL, whereas these ones are the ones that came with the planner originally. Because again, this was a year-long planner. Everything was in this one, and I just separated it into two because this is a big boy. Girl, Frankenbabe, girl. Sorry, didn't mean to insult you. I have a writing plan here from heart breathings that I want to try to use, and then my blank paper for planning new stuff. But yes, this is the planner I plan on using to plan all of my content for YouTube, my schedule, my Instagram schedule, my Facebook schedule, my Twitter schedule, because I want to get more active on my Facebook page and my Twitter account. I want to get better about posting to Instagram pictures and all that fun stuff. I also will be planning my projects in here. I will be planning my Millwordy project. There is an audiobook anthology hosted by Orla Hart that I want to participate in. And I also want to keep any information about anthology submissions in here. I know one of the first projects I'll be working on in 2021 is my Quarantine With anthology submission. I've got to do edits and rewrites on it. I have to do a complete rewrite on it. And I'll be tracking all that kind of progress stuff in here. So that's what Frankenbabe is for, is everything dealing with business and my content that I create for Brimstone Books and under an SD Haggis, basically. So I'm really excited to start using this in the year with everything I've included. I will be also making a bunch of worksheets to include in here that are like more suited to my needs. I have not quite finished those yet and put them in here, but when I do a kind of flip through review of this, you will see those. So keep an eye out for that. So that brings us to the end of this video. These are all the planners I plan on using in 2021. We'll see how long I can keep this up because this is a lot of planners, and one of the reasons I started including all of my stuff in my bullet journal in 2020 was because I didn't want to have so many planners. That being said, when I did this, all the same kind of information was in those multiple planners versus this is a bunch of different kinds of information in these planners. So we will see how this goes. This is a lot of planners though, so it's going to be a lot of work. And we'll see how long I can actually keep track of everything in these planners. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, because I do have reviews and flip-throughs of all of these coming up, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and maybe click the bell if you want to be notified when those reviews and flip-throughs are posted. But that is all I have for you guys today, and until next time, I will see you guys all later. Bye, Dragonlings.